Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I am live. Ready to draw some things for you today. Let's do this. Hello. We're live on the air. We, as I mean me, I am. I am here. You are there. I am coming through your ears, through wires, through internet connections, through Wi-Fi media, through social distancing. I'm breaking barriers. I'm there for you to enjoy and to listen to hear, to share this moment together. Let's take a swig. If you have a swig, now's the time. That was delicious. You guys are here. Let's see who's here. Who commented first? Anthony says, I caught up on your After Dark show, sending you all the positive healing vibes from famous cartoonist feet. Yeah, my feet feel pretty good today. They're not sore. So I'm doing okay. I feel good. I feel very, very good. But you know what? Today, I don't show my face yet because my camera is still hovering over my drawing table. And I thought to myself, I want to do a live show today, but I want to draw on my computer because I'm working on deadlines. I'm trying to get things done, man. Trying to get stuff done so I can move on to other stuff. I have a lot of stuff coming. I have a lot of stuff in the process of being pitching stuff. Not like pitching it to the garbage, but pitching it to other publishers and pitching new ideas and doing projects and side gigs and stuff like that. So I have to complete Drew and Jot issue 2, Drew and Jot book 2, and I have to complete Gilbert number 4. So that's what I'm trying to do this week. I'm trying to get it out there. So, as they say in the biz, without further ado, I'm going to draw stuff now. Let's do it. Hello, welcome back to the show. This is a show about amazement, about glorifying, making the wrongs right. I'm going to put some music on in the background. Hopefully everything goes well today. Put some little Gordy Steiner stuff back in the background. Just to get a vibe going here, man. Just get a little vibe. Not too loud. Just want something. I just want that of a pulse. But look at this is Drew and Jot, book 2, page 179. I have the whole book drawn. Now I'm coloring the pages that are always the pages that I skip over because the other ones are easier. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm coloring the tough pages. And I'm looking at these pages saying, man, I don't want to color those. Well, they're not tough. They're just, they require more discipline, I guess. Not as cut and paste. There's more to them. There's more references, color grabs that I have to do. So I'm thinking, why not draw those live on the air for the masses to see? They could see the style. They could say, hey, famous cartoonist, that's a cool style you got there going on there right now. And I would say, thanks. Thanks, my brothers and sisters. And that's how it goes. We share the share the experience together. I hope you guys watched yesterday. We did a live show from Aya Comics in beautiful downtown Skokie. And that will be happening every Tuesday. We're going to do stuff like that. I think it's pretty fun. I really enjoy doing that, talking with number one and out there to the masses. But I think our show, we got cut off short. Like, I thought we were done. Like, okay, we're good. And then after we turned it off, we sat there and looked at the camera and looked at each other and says, oh, we had more. We could have kept going. I'm like, yeah. But we talked about 40 minutes, so it was pretty good. It was good, solid content. But next time, I think we're going to stretch it. We're going to try to do an hour to an hour and a half, because we had some good people on it. We had about 12 people, at least at one point, constantly watching. But like we broadcast in like several areas, so we broadcast in several pages and channels and things like that. So when we do broadcast, the video gets out there, and all the views combined are pretty impressive when we're done. And we're like, wow, that was pretty cool. So we want to thank everyone who joins us and watches us here today and all the time. So it's just fun, man. It's just cool. So I'm coloring these pages. I'm working on, this is Drew and Jot number 2. And these are the kids making comics. As you can see, he's stapling his book. He's folding it in half and stapling. Let me see what you guys are saying. I see people commenting. I see comments. Oh, there's 2 of them. Danny says, how do you feel about Tony Larussa's unwritten baseball rules? I don't know about these unwritten rules. Was it the whole controversy about Yermin Mercedes hitting a home run off of a field player pitching? He was down 0-3 or 3-0, like 3 balls, no strikes. And then he ended up hitting a home run because the ball was only 45 miles an hour. If that's an unwritten rule, and then they tried to hit him yesterday with a beam ball. They tried to hit him. But I think the hitter has every right to try to hit a home run at any point. So he took advantage of his situation. He says, I'm going to raise my average. I'm going to hit this ball out of the park. So I'm okay with what he did. But I'm not okay with the Twins trying to hit him with the ball. That was just poor sportsmanship. Plus, it's the day after. So they really had to stew on that. You know, they had to really think about it. And they're all angry in the dugout, saying, they're all walking around going, brr, brr, brr. So let's just hit him. Yeah. So that's also an unwritten rule. But I don't agree with beaming the player. But they were aiming for his butt. So that is, if you're going to get hit, that's a safe place. It's not injury at the butt or thigh area. It's not going to ruin your career. Whereas above the chest, head, knuckles, or face, that's bad. Swing. So if that's the unwritten rule, then I don't know, man. It's just baseball. There's a lot of unwritten rules in baseball. A lot of unwritten rules in baseball that people take advantage of unwriting them. So, but I was okay with him hitting a home run. Maybe because it was our guy. But I was also okay, and I was not okay with them trying to beanball him. But that is part of the game. And they got punished. The pitcher got thrown out. The manager got thrown out. And then they stopped doing that. So that was their retaliation. So I guess I'm okay with both sides, really. Beaming them is like a part of it because they're trying to show them, hey, we knew what you did. We're here to correct that situation, man. Maybe that was it. Other than that, the guy has every right to hit a home run. But you do not have the right to beanball the guy. That's just dirty. But like I said, they aimed for his buttocks, which means this is intentional. We don't want to ruin your career. We just want to let it hurt a little bit. We want to hit you in the buttocks. So that's what I feel about the unwritten rules. The rules that are not written. Write this, man. I think the streaming time right now is not the time to stream. Doesn't seem like there's anyone out there. People are not out there. So we're not out here, Baltazar. They could be, though. The masses are waiting. They're waiting in the wings, as they say. People say that they're waiting in the wings. They are waiting in the wings. Maybe I'll just draw stuff. Let's see. These kids are stapling a book together because they ran out of pages in their other book. So it's not spoilery or nothing. I think it's kind of cool. Hey, man, spoilers. That's why I chose these 2 pages, because I'm at the end of the book. And these 2 pages also, because I skipped over them. But these 2 pages are non-spoilery to draw and color on the live broadcast here. It's not going to ruin my chances for the future for people reading the book saying, I remember that. You ruined this ending. Know what I mean? You know what you mean, Baltazar? It's all true. It's all true, man. Oh, yeah. How do I sound? I have my headphones on. I like how the headphones make the voice nice and crisp and clean. And my camera's set up for Friday's show with Franco. I'm really looking forward to that. That would be fun. I haven't talked to Franco in a while. So it'll be cool to talk to him. Hang out a little bit. As they say, as the kids say, we're just going to bang and hang, man. Do they say that or wrestlers say that? The Hulk Hogan used to say that. Well, we're going to hang mostly. We're not going to do that other stuff. But we're going to hang out, talk. We're going to talk about Salma Hayek and her career. Because the evolution of a topic, it was quite funny. What should we talk about? This. We can't talk about that. How about this? No, I don't want to talk about that. How about this? No, we'll get canceled. We'll get copyright or whatever. Like, okay, how about this? Yeah, we could talk about that. But let's evolve it to this. So it turned out we're going to talk about Salma Hayek and her career in the Desperado movie and From Dusk Till Dawn. Because we all know and love her. And she's a goddess sent from heaven, an angel, if you will. And she's also the vampire that keeps me awake at night. She comes in here in my art studio and hovers and said, you are going to draw 3 more pages tonight. It's going to hurt in the morning, but you're going to do it now. That's what she does to me. So it used to be the Brad Pitt vampire, but his power stopped working on me. And they said, all right, send in Salma. And Salma comes in here and hovers above me in my studio and just waits to pounce. And when it's time, she takes a chunk right out of my neck and keeps me awake all night and says, you will be a vampire like me. You will stay up all night. And that's usually what happens. So I can't blame her, you know. So I do have an attractive art style. So I can't blame her for trying to come down here and make me stay awake all night. Which most of the time I don't mind. The only time I mind is when I have to do something the next day. If I have a phone call even if I have a phone call scheduled, I have to set my alarm so I don't miss that phone call. It's crazy. That's what happens though, man. You say weird stuff, Balthazar. Yeah. It's okay. Getting there, man. I'm saying things. Famous Cartoonist says things. All the stuff I say doesn't always make sense, but I do say things. Things are being said. Why do you say such things? When you know I will kill you for it. Okay, this is pretty good. I need to grab a color. I'm going to go open a page because there's a certain color I used for this table. Let's see. I'm opening up a page, so it's not very exciting right now. Here it is. I need this page. This is the page I need. Oh, you guys saying stuff. Wolfie says, great stream idea. Drew and Jot number 2, can't wait. Did you create your own font in the computer so you don't have to handwrite the words? I do. I actually handwrite all of the letters. Those are handwritten letters. Let me see. These are handwritten, so I'll yeah, that's all handwritten. That's my writing. So I'll print it myself, and I write everything in Manga Studio, and that's just how my words are. So I hand letter everything and make it nice and straight. Because on paper, you can make it nice and straight with the ruler and stuff, but in the Manga Studio, it's easier because you just get a line tool. You just line it across and line it up and have a good time. So that's what I do here. Know what I mean? See, this is not the right. I guess I'll use that. I was going to use a different tablecloth color, but it seems like this is the one. Or I could put these kids in a different room. I have to refer to what came before. Let me look again. I noticed the exciting. I'm using my own reference for reference because I need to see reference. Oh, there it is. I see it. Yeah, that's it. Is that where they are? Yeah, that's where they are. They're in the kitchen. This page is what I need. Right here. I need that page. Oh, it's a spoiler. Wait. Close your eyes. Close your eyes a little bit. I can't. Oh, there it is. Whew. My page was a little bit crazy. So close your eyes. Let me just get in zoom here. All right. We're good. We will defeat that spoiler. The spoiler monster. The spoiler monster wants to spoil everything. We're not going to let him. That'd be a good character, spoiler monster. He just spoils, he touches stuff and things go like that. Gets spoiled. He's spoilerific. Spoilerific. Is that a word? It could be a word. It is now. Okay, let's eliminate this one. We do not need this one, maybe. Oh, I'll just minimize it just in case I need it again. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. This is cool. This is a good page. I need the colors on these kids' faces. Oh. It's true. It's all true. Everything you hear about me or everything I say is absolutely true. Hope you guys dig this. This is a stream that was very impromptu. I didn't know I was going to do this today. I just said, hey, man, I got to get through these pages. Sometimes it does feel like that. I got to chug through them. I got to plow through the pages that are tough. But the next few pages after this are going to be real exciting, and they're cool. They have more characters and different things are happening. And the pages that I don't have to draw these kids, the kids are cool. Don't get me wrong, mind you, as my grandma would say, mind you. They're fun, but the ones with the superheroes and the crazy backgrounds are more fun to do. And there's a lot of cut and paste in the backgrounds and crayons and things like that. Crayons textures. But this one is a little bit. This is straightforward comics, so it's not bad. It's all flat coloring. Nothing tricky about it. But once I get it done too, it feels good. They look good. So I'm happy with them when they're all done. When they're all said and done. I like that phrase, when all is said and done. That means you're done talking. I'm done, man. Mic drop. All is said and done. That's when I say you have just watched famous cartoonists draw things. Or I'm not there yet. I'm in the middle of it. Actually, this is famous cartoonist colors things. Coloring things, man. I drew things already. Now I'm coloring. I'm going through my technique that I invented. I haven't invented comics. I just made making them cool. People all like, man, we want to draw comics like you, Mr. Famous Cartoonist Baltazar guy. And I would say, you can. The way to make comics is you just have to start making them. That's it. I tell a lot of my friends, I said, no one's going to hire you if you've never made a comic. So you have to make comics and prove that, hey man, I can make comics. And then when people ask you about your writing style, like, can you send me a sample script? You just send them your comic. Here, read this. And if they really want to read it, they will. That's what I've done recently. We need a script outline form. Nah, here, read some comics instead. If you don't want to hire me, you don't have to. But here's the reason why you should. You know? That's what I'm getting at, man. That's what's happening here, man. That's cool, Baltazar. All right, let me see. This is tricky because I want some of these pages. Looks like I want some of this to bleed through the border. Let's do like this. Let's go real careful. Gingerly. The word gingerly has been used a lot with me lately. Gingerly. Not like red hair ginger, but more like treat it like a baby. Because I have injuries. That's okay, though. I'm feeling good today, guys. If you were on my live stream listening to me a few nights ago, I was with an After Dark live stream. I revealed unto you my true self. And I had some personality things that I shared. Personality or personal? It's all the same thing. Personal and personality. I shared some things with you, with the masses. No, it's called, you are now privy. And I don't know, I felt like maybe I shouldn't say these things live on the air at 2 a.m. But I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna. And that was me, totally in my own mind. I was not altered at any substance. Substances did not alter me. That was my own true brain speaking to the masses, sharing thoughts, sharing pleasures, sharing memories. We're being nostalgic unto one another. You guys are like, this guy says weird stuff. What's he talking about? I don't know, but I can't stop listening. If only the rest of the world knew that this show existed. Because I see YouTube videos on people. People do YouTube videos and they get like 16,000 people listening. Like, how does that happen? I get like 4 people and I'm so happy. Like, cool, man, I got 4 people in here. I'm going to keep talking. So I don't know how that happens where people get, like, they get 16,000 people viewing their live streams. But it's okay. I think this is a more intimate setting. You know that this show is for you. And everyone watching, I know who you are. Where on you, if I got those 16,000 people, I wouldn't know everyone. I wouldn't know everyone personal, like Stephen Lightman and Wayne Musau and Wolfie and Andrew Clark. And I wouldn't know all that personally. Contact. So it's a show for you. It's like a phone call, calling your buddy. It's like, hey man, how's it going, man? And I know Troy Younger shows up in here. D. Brad shows up in here. All these guys. So I'm very aware. You get to know my exploits, the personal things that are said. You know my son, where he works. You know the things my daughter tells me. You know what we're watching on TV. So you know all these things. You know the music playing in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. I got to keep it quiet now, man, because the internet's giving me problems. Because we own the music. We own it. But they're saying, hey, man, you can't play that, man. Like, why not? It's being created in my house. But I'm going to keep fighting a good fight. We'll see what happens. See this right here. See this? This is bothering me. I'm going to lift this a bit. This line is it's bothering me. So I'm going to go like this. Watch this amazement. I'm going to lift it above. A little better. How about like that? Just that little bit. That's the keen eye of a 30-year veteran in the comic industry. 30 years of experience. Almost. I'm at like 29. It'll be 30 years. I started in 1992. So it's almost 30 years. We're going to be. I figured it's January of 92 because that's when I graduated school. Graduated college in 1992, January. So that's when I became a professional comic book artist. I didn't have a book out yet. I didn't have any. Well, I had some stories. I was writing stories. Everything was in my sketchbook and in my mostly sketchbook and some stuff on paper. But my book wasn't out yet. I haven't done a convention yet. But the moment you start, that's when your adventure begins. And people ask me all the time, how do I break into the comic book industry? And I tell them, you just did. You just asked me how to break in. You're in. You're at the first. You just walk through the door. You have a lot of shopping to do. But you're here. So that's what happened with, that's why I think my experience with comics. That makes sense, right? Because when else would it start? It started January 1992. I can't remember the day I graduated, but it was in January. And I'm 4 years older than my brother. And all through school, you know, he's always the little brother, 4 years ahead of him. And somehow we graduated college the same year. So I don't know how that happened. But I graduated in January and he graduated in May. So I still graduated first. I was still the first one in the house to graduate. Oh, I just took a swig. That was good. Just swigged. Swig Nation. I just swigged for the masses. So if you have a swig, now would be the time. Take a swig, man. Take a swig for the masses. The masses are here and they're ready. They're ready to swig with you. I see you guys. And this guy just keeps talking. I never know what he's going to say next, but he just keeps talking. I'm going to read comments right now. Let's see. I'm coloring this little kid's hands. This is Foz. He's based off a real person I know. One of my friends from school. This is what he looked like a little bit. He just wasn't a little kid. But we used to hang out, go to the comic shop, go to the art stores. I was just telling people yesterday that I was just telling the guys at All Your Comics that when I went to school, when I was a kid, when I went to school, I went to school downtown Chicago, and there were 4 comic shops in downtown Chicago, and there were like 3 or 4 art stores. So going to school and going shopping afterwards downtown was real cool. And I used to go to, there was 2 comic shops, 2 standing comic shops, and then there was 2 newsstands. So I would go to the newsstands to buy the books that didn't come out on time. Like the newsstands were always a bit behind on which comics. Like, so if you went to the comic book shop and issue 4 was out that day of something you were looking for, and you don't have issue 3, then you would go to the newsstand and they would have issue 3. So that's how it worked. It was pretty cool. So they were behind a little bit. They were like a month or 3 weeks behind. So the cool part about that was you could pick up your books if you didn't make it to the shop or you forgot. You could walk around downtown Chicago, and all within walking distance were 4 shops, 2 newsstands. One newsstand was outside, like a newsstand, old-fashioned style, and the other newsstand was outside, but it had a cover. It had like an umbrella cover or like a foldable canvas thing that would come down. So on the bright days and the nice days, he would open up the roof. It's got a hoof, like the roof. He'd open up the roof, and then you could walk into the place. And it was cool, man. I liked that. But I don't think those things are down there anymore. I don't think newsstands are. I don't think there's a newsstand anywhere in Chicago anymore. But that was cool. So I sound like an old guy. We didn't have internet. We had this thing called the Yellow Pages. It was a giant book, a 5-pound book. It was a 5-pound book with everyone's phone number in it. That's what it was. We did it, man. We did it. We got through that. And I struggled for comics from about 92 to around 98. It was a struggle because there was no internet. And when the internet showed up, that's when the career kind of started. I started having success. Like, oh, how'd you get that gig? It's like, oh, somebody emailed me. What's email? And that's kind of how it started. It was pretty cool. I don't know how it happened either, but it did. It happened, man. How's that happening, Baltazar? I don't know, but it did. Look at this. Look at this highlight on that stapler. Now, that's an impressive stapler. Look at how that looks. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. I'm gonna read what you guys are saying. But I can't stop, though. I keep doing stuff. Stack. Stack, jog. Because I found out I worked at a printing company. We used to make flyers. I used to make flyers for grocery stores. But we would deliver them. I wouldn't print them. I would deliver them. But I would have to stack the flyers. I have to put them in a machine, which would make them very even. And it was called a jogger. I put them in there and go, and they come out and there's a perfect stack. You guys want to hear that sound again? Just like that. That's what it would sound like. Okay, let me save this. Let me see what I could put it on let me put it on this guy's face. Look at Andrew. Look how amazed he is that his friend stapled a comic book together. Now I'm going to read stuff. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see, man. There's at least 7 comments here. Let's see what this one says. Great stream, Drew and John, number 2. Can't wait. Did you create? Oh, yeah, I said that one. It's okay. Yeah, I answered that. I draw all my own lettering. It's true. The sound is good and clear. Thanks, brother. I'm going to take a swig. I have headphones on, and it feels good with headphones. You can hear me more crisp and clear. And hopefully the background music isn't too much because it should be feeding into my microphone. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hi, my friend. How are you? What's up, Steven? You're a good man, sir. I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. I have to go to leg therapy later today, about an hour and a half. And the kids will be coming home in about an hour. So I'm doing good, man. Just keeping my schedule going. Keep doing it. Sir, our schedules have now commingled into one space and time. We are cohabitating, Wayne. We are coagulating. All that stuff that whenever you put the word co in front of it, means together. We are doing that. Commingled, cohabitating, coexisting. We're co-coing. That's all true. Cool, man. I can't wait for Friday to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you and ask you things. I need information. So that's going to happen. Wolfie says, wow, very cool lettering. I was about to go to my LCS, which means local comic shop. But famous cartoonist is drawing. Got to watch. Glad you're still feeling good. Cool, man. I hope you still go to the comic shop because they need your support. So after this, you could go there and tell them that you watched me. Tell them that you feel inspired because there's a cartoonist out there who draws things for the masses. Steven says, those newsstands used to sell my dirty magazines when I was in high school. Yeah, they did. I saw them there. They said Steven's Dirty Magazine on sale here. I bought a couple of those. Want to say, Wolfie says, your videos about your wife supporting you, taking a year to fully concentrate on your art, breaking into the industry, etc. It's great and inspiring. Yeah, that all happened, man. I've been with a lot of people who never really believed, or they didn't listen. I don't know what it was. Some people, when you tell them what you want to do, they think you're just goofy. They're like, oh, he's a dreamer. He's not going to do it. Like, how do you expect to do all that? Meanwhile, I'm loading trucks or delivering things, and I'm like, I'm going to go be a cartoonist. And they're like, well, okay, finish loading a truck and draw on your own time, Baltazar, that kind of thing. But then I met my wife, and she said, stay home, just figure it out. Because it's the problem. Like, that's the problem with comics or anything you want to do is you need time to do it, and you can't do it if you're somewhere else all day. So you got to take that plunge, man. Got to take the plunge. Are all your upcoming projects creator-owned? Yes, they are. I have, well, maybe not. I have one I'm trying out for that's not creator-owned, but the characters exist, but I'm creating their backstories. So it kind of feels creator-owned, but I don't own it. But that should be fun. And then there's another one where, what's the other one? Oh, yeah, the other ones are creator-owned. I can't reveal what I'm doing yet because it's really cool. I'm doing something that's going to blow your guys' minds once you find out. You're going to say, holy cow, how'd you do that? And I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm doing it because someone said yes somewhere. So we'll see, man. It's going to be cool. I'm real busy. I'm juggling right now. It's like I said before, it's like juggling. You walk on stage and you're juggling apples. Or let's go oranges. Let's go real easy. You're juggling oranges. Everything is the same size, same color. Real easy to juggle. Then someone throws you an orange or an apple. Right? It's a little different. Shaped a little different, but you can still manage. Then someone throws you a banana. Like, what the? You're juggling oranges, apples, bananas. And then all of a sudden, somebody throws you a watermelon. That's how it is right now. I'm juggling a bunch of oranges, a few apples, bananas, and one giant watermelon. And it's the watermelon messes everything up. So I'm trying to juggle like that. And I'm going through things. And I know what I have to do every single day. And hopefully I could cross things off a list. And if I cross these two things off the list, man, I would get rid of that watermelon, Because right now the watermelon's telling his friends, hey, man, it's nice over here. It's nice over here, man. He juggles us. He knows how to juggle all of these oranges and apples, and bananas and watermelons. So if I could get rid of watermelon, then I could work on getting rid of the banana, and I could go back to juggling oranges. That's a good analogy, Baltazar. Wayne says, I have information. And I just watched the 2 movies to prepare. Ooh, yeah. Oh, my God. There's one scene in those 2 movies that I keep rewatching, but we'll get to that on the show. We'll do that on the live show. Now it's time for swig. Let's swig. This is some swigging action. You will hear the swig right now. Oh, yeah. Let's see, Brian says, always making me laugh. Thanks. I try, man. And I forced my wife to watch one of my videos once. I didn't force her, but she couldn't go. We were eating dinner, and I'm putting this on, and I hid the remote control. So she had to watch. She had to watch as I was talking. And she actually said, "Wow, you're real funny." And then my daughter said, "I've been telling you Dad's funny." So it's just a matter of listening. So I'm like this all the time, but sometimes, you don't get a stage. So when I'm on here, that's the cool part about doing the live shows. Once I discovered them, it felt cool. And I could actually enjoy myself more when we do an All Yeah podcast or another live stream. I'm not so anxious to talk because right now I could just talk, never get interrupted. I could take a long time to explain something. I could go way out of the box, come back, no one knows where I'm going. But when I do that on a podcast, people lose patience and are like, all right, let's cut them off. And that's frustrating. So especially if you're on a podcast with like 20 guys, that's rough. You can't get a word in. So I was on a podcast recently. It wasn't a podcast, it was a live Zoom call. And it was just an invite, just to talk, just to hang out. And it was real fun because it was a listening show. I was there to listen to music and to hear what the creator of the music had to say. And it was so cool that I didn't have to talk and it felt good. I just listened. I muted my mic, just enjoyed the music. But then when it was time to talk, I unmuted the mic and then was able to say stuff. So I thought that was real fun. It was unusual, but it felt good to be a participant rather than hosting, So it was kind of cool. Yeah, that's for a change, Baltazar. It's kind of like watching a TV show where you can let go. You can let loose and just enjoy it. You can let loose and enjoy it and just have something to eat or drink or whatever and just kick back and say, hey, this is cool, man. This is pretty cool. That's not what we say, Balthazar. We don't say things like that. Yeah, we do. We do. You just don't know it. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. I forgot to cut and paste this thing. We're going to cut and paste this background. True. Cutting and pasting. Making the background consistent. Consistent background. Happening right now. Things are happening right now. In this world, the famous cartoonist says things. Everybody knows it too. People can feel it. I feel it, man. I feel the vibe. I'm catching up on the vibe. See, I got to get all these dots. See these little dots? I got to go in there and get these dots. So I'm gonna. This way there's no dots left on my final art when it's printed, and I see a dot when it's printed. I'm like, oh. But there's been printing errors because the layers get moved or whatever it is. And I have to trust when the publisher says, we want it all in layers. I'm like, oh, man. So sometimes if you got a good guy, a good person on the other end handling your biz, then you could trust that the layers will be non-altered and the comic will look beautiful and at its best. But sometimes when the intern is given the task to handle your pages, I get worried. Like, come on, man, give it to the pro. Unless the intern's a pro. You get an intern who's getting paid, that might be a little different. I don't know. I don't know what it is. As long as somebody handling my comic is a paid professional, understands why I did the things I did on the page. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes when I show them, they go, oh, that's why. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. We'll see what happens. Here, I got to put the stripes on here. I forgot to add stripes, man. Put the stripes on there then, Baltazar. One's a little thick stripes. I like that. See? There you go. Stripes. Oh, yeah, man. This is cool. Looks good. This background is going to be. What color should this one be? How about? I wanted something other than purple. And the opposite of purple is yellow. We're going to do yellow. See what yellow looks like. Yellow's going to look good, but I got to make sure that these lines pop. I might have to adjust the opacity. See, look at that. Oh, that looks good. I'm going to add some things. Let's see. I'm going to add some things here, man. Make it all dramatic. Make it all nomadic. What? No, not nomadic. That means I have to pack up and leave. I don't want to pack up and leave. I'm here to stay, man. I'm here. Stay where you are, Balthazar. Got the house surrounded. See? No, not like that. Nobody knows I'm here. Just you guys. Nobody knows what I'm doing. People out here think that I'm just that weird guy who walks all crooked to his mailbox every day and gets his shipments of toys and hats in the mail. Like, we don't know what he does, but he's home all day. He's home during the day. His lights are on at night. We don't know what he does. He leaves the house like once or twice a week. He goes shopping. He brings home food. I don't know what he's doing, but he looks cool. I want to have his life. Man, I heard he gets all the pay-per-views. He had a Zack Snyder Justice League party. No one was invited, but he had it. It took place at one night between 3 in the morning and 7 in the morning. And it was good. I watched the whole movie in one sitting. That whole 4-hour massacre of the DC Universe. It wasn't a massacre. I enjoyed it. I like watching it. But yeah, it wasn't the Super Friends, of course. But it was okay. Superman was better. I did enjoy it. It was made much more sense. The bad guys were more evil. I like seeing Darkseid. Cyborg was better, much better than he was in the other movies. And I watched the Aquaman movie too. So they had a lot of good backstory. But it kind of like, I don't know when the Aquaman movie takes place though, because it's an origin story, so it takes place everywhere. But I don't know if it takes place before the DC, before the Justice League, or after. It does kind of overlap a little bit. But I liked it. I want to see more, but I want to see more. Let's make something that's fresher. Something fresh, something happy. I want Superman to smile. I want him to say, "Who got you? I got you." You know, you got me. Who got you? We need that. We need that in a Superman movie. We need Lois to. Lois doesn't smile either. She's pure worries. She's worried all the time. She does not have the Hakuna Matata attitude. She's always worried. It's like the Hulk says. That's the thing. I'm always angry. When Lois walks around and said, well, that's my thing. I'm always worried. Always. She's always worried. Uh-oh. Messing up here. Something's happening. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. I wanted to do that. There you go. See, Lois doesn't need to worry. Her husband's Superman. He saves universes. He punches Darkseid through walls. He wrecks building. Oh, maybe that's why she worries. He's gonna destroy the city. Yeah, that's rough when you destroy the city. Andrew Clark says he counts his trees every day in his 20 by 20, 20x Camino. Yeah, that's right. They shipped that Camino to me from China. Was it China or Japan? Oh, excuse me. I think it's yeah, it's China. Made in China. But I had to buy a 5X. So they must think I'm a giant. And I have 11 trees, by the way. That's right. He walks around outside. Weird. The weird guy walking around. Sweet. Oh, yeah. My children are home. One of the children are home. I hear it. But it's too early. Why are they home early? Okay, let me see. I gotta bring up some reference here. You're gonna like it too. You're gonna like this reference. Because what I did was with Drew and Jot. Drew and Jot is drawn to replicate the inside of a sketchbook. So I scanned all these notebook papers, all these pieces like that. I scanned a whole bunch of these textures, which is kind of cool. And then I drop them in place in backgrounds. But I scanned the whole bunch. So there's pages where they're fighting on bubble wrap, and there's pages where they're fighting on cardboard background. It's kind of cool where you see the corrugated board. It's fun. But now I have to find another reference. It's couch pattern. I got a couch pattern, see? Right there. So I'm going to drop them into place. It's all true. It's all true, man. It's all true. Everything I'm telling you guys is the truth. I never have to lie. I learned from Judge Judy. She said don't lie because then you don't have to remember anything. See, lying, or the truth just comes out and you just know it. It happens. It's always there. So this is the tablecloth pattern. You see this pattern that I made in lots of comics I make. It's because when characters shop for curtains or tablecloths, in my universe, they all shop at the same store. So you could see this tablecloth pattern in Drew and Jot, and then you see it in Tiny Titans. You see it in Oh Yeah Comics, Action Cat Universe, and then you also see it in Itty Bitty Hellboy. So I know that there's a store in my universe that sells this pattern to all my characters. They all go shop there. And they said, hey man, I need some curtains for my kitchen. I said, we have just the thing. How about this flower pattern? You could put this in your kitchen. It's all the rage for the neighbors in your universe. That's what they say. And then people said, okay, I'll take it. That's what happens. People say, that's not true, Baltazar. It's not what happens. That's not how it works in a DC universe or in comics, the Oh Yeah universe. And you know what? There was a comic book one time I read that there was a dry cleaner in the Marvel universe who, when Spider-Man needed to get his suit clean, he would go to this dry cleaner. And I remember he told Spider-Man, you have to come tomorrow because today is supervillain day. And in the back room, Dr. Doom was picking up his laundry. That was a real comic. I forget where that was. I forget if it was McFarlane, but I thought that was real cool. And he said to Spider-Man, no, superheroes are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Bad guys are Tuesdays and Thursdays. He went, oh, and he had to come back. And he's because he doesn't want him to fight. So if Spider-Man shows up and Dr. Doom's there and they're going to fight, so they saw each other. And then he went, hey, Doom. And he went, Spider-Man. But they know that dry cleaner was like the neutral ground. They're not supposed to fight. I thought that was real funny. I don't know what comic that's in, or was it a joke? I think it was in the real comics. I don't know which issue that was, but it was in a Spider-Man comic book. Might have been Ron Friends. I thought that was real cool. I want to borrow that. Wonder if I borrow that, anyone will get mad. Unless I draw Spider-Man in the comic. But not most of my characters, not all my superhero wear clothes. Like Action Cat just wears a cape. Gilbert's naked. Some guys wear clothes. Drew and Jot wear clothes. But the dog just wears a cape. Maybe you should put clothes on your guys, Baltazar. All my Powers in Action guys wear costumes. There's nobody's naked in there. It's not like Shameless. My wife's watching this show called Shameless. Everybody's naked all the time. You see a new character, and then they show up naked on the next episode. It's like, why is everyone naked all the time? Is that what real life is? Eventually, you see your friends naked. Everybody's naked all the time. That's all right. You can be naked. I said there's always those friends. There's 3 stages of friendship. There's that friend that you would call to help you move. There's that friend that you invite to your wedding. And then there's their friend that you saw naked. Now, if you have one friend who's all 3 of those, that's a great friend. It's true. I'm not lying to you guys. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I have been one of those friends. I can't help people move no more because it hurts. Sorry, dude. Can't do it, man. I don't do the naked stuff anymore either. Well, not willingly, you know. Sometimes they catch you at an awkward moment, you know. It's like you forget to lock the door or something. Or you show up at a grocery store. Whatever it is. If I was on Shameless, I'd probably be caught doing a lot of things. So you got to remember, like, if you're an actor going on that show, they have to tell you, okay, you're going to be naked here and here and here. You have to know that auditioning for the show. You have to be willing to show things when they request. So I don't know if I could do that as an actor. What if you don't want to do that? You still get the role, you know? Do you still get the part, or do they go another way? Sorry, Mr. Baltazar, we had to go another way. Say, but I'm a brilliant actor. No, you wouldn't show your buttocks, so forget it. That's how it goes in Hollywood, man. It's got to be careful. It's a slippery slope. Is that what the kids say? It's a slippery slope, man. I don't know. So with this, all right, I got to do this. Let's see. The thoughts. That's what happens when you sit here and just draw things all day. Live streaming. Let's see. So he's stapling this. So actually, this would be, yeah, that would be right. Just going to do it. Sometimes my perspective is off on these pages because the lines are going one way and the artwork's going another way. We're going to do it like this. So it looks like he's folding this thing. Sure, Baltazar, do it. Break all the laws of physics. Yeah, it's happening. It's like if you're intentional in your ways, then it looks correct. So people are going to say, but the paper wouldn't fold like that. But it is folding like that. I'm going to try to fix it. Let's see. I'm going to try to bend it a little bit. Is it going to let me bend? Warp. Let's do some warping. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Doing some warping here. But now I got that space. I messed up. Let's see. I messed up. I erased it before I began. That's all right. Fix it. There it is. Fixed. Just like that. Famous cartoonist recovers. It's a recovery, everybody. And I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to bend this a little bit. He recovered, ladies and gentlemen. see what happens when I do this. I know what we're going to do. I'm going to remove that. Watch. Okay, I'm going to remove that piece. Right there. I'm going to tilt this. Fine recovery, young man. I'm going to do the warp again. Let's do the warp. Do the warp again. Let's do the time warp again. If it was a country and western song, that's how they would sing it. Let's do the time warp again. It's not how it goes, Balthazar. I'm offended. People get offended all the time now, too. I'm offended at that. What's your agenda, man? Where's my representation? People get mad when they don't see themselves in comics. I don't want to look at myself. I want to watch Captain America. I want to watch Wonder Woman. I want to watch Linda Carter. I wish Linda Carter and Salma Hayek were in all the movies. That would be better than watching myself. Where's my representation, man? I don't know. It's not me, man. I didn't do it. Right? You're going to get canceled, Balthazar. Nah. Let's see. When they cancel me, that means they ran out of people. Let's get this guy. He draws all day and says weird stuff. It's true. All right. You always got to be aware of that stuff, man. It's weird. It's weird that that's a thing. That's a thing that will come to get you. And it will hurt you. It will destroy you. They should make a supervillain like that. The Canceller. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to get you, man. We're going to get you for your words. You said something with your freedom of speech right that we didn't like. So we're going to cancel you. We're going to destroy your world. We're going to make it so you never work again. Is that fair? It's like, imagine all the truck drivers when they say, he talks like a truck driver. Imagine all those guys. Get out of the street, you bum. But they say something worse. Or you meet a female who has, wow, she got a voice of a truck driver. Like, what happens there? Hey, get out of the street, you bum. You know? It's all right. In my world, people can say what they want. I like it. Words. I learned a lot of words last night from my wife. They were all in Spanish, but she was telling me what I was saying, and it's inappropriate language for the show, but it was funny. It's like, here's what I heard today, honey. She goes, oh, that means this. Like, oh, I can't say that. That would be bad. This show took a weird turn, Balthazar. All right, let's see. Now we're gonna be positive here. These kids are about to make a comic, and they're real happy about it. They were filled with glee and delight. Look at that. Bam. If I can finish these 2 pages, I'll be 2 pages closer to the finish line. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Ka-chunk. Give me your keys. Remember that? Bill and Ted? What was it, Bill and Ted? What was that other guys from Saturday Night Live? Wayne's World. Give me your keys. They had to use is that a defibrillator? Ka-chunk. They simulated the drunk driving test. It was pretty funny. Give me your keys, man. You're drunk. I'm going to darken up this right here. Make it a little darker. Brighter orange. An orange, if you will. But the words are going to get lost. But it's starting to get lost. I'm going to have to change the colors of these words. I'm going to have to make a decision right now. I might go with this red. Let's see this darker red. Yeah, that looks good. But I don't like that. Stack. That's all right. That looks good. Fold, crease. Stack, stack. What if I want white? Let's see what white looks like. No, white gets lost. Stack, stack. Stack, stack, jog. Fold, crease, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Time for some mini comics. Maybe a Drew and Jot spin-off series. Bum, bum, bum. I don't like it. I don't like the words here. Let me see. Let's see what color we can use. Let's go to purple. Let's see what purple looks like. I'm still a little bit. Let's go darker purple. Maybe even darker. Yeah, that works. Well, I know what'll work. I always know what works. You have a solution for everything, Baltazar. It's true. That one I'm going to leave. That red looks pretty good. I know what I'll do. Check this out. I'm going to turn this back here like this. And then I'm going to highlight it. So always thinking, all the decisions a famous cartoonist has to make throughout the day. People don't understand. Oh, what you do all day? I made decisions all day long. Decisions that affect the future. But like what? I had to change the word stack. I had to change the colors in the word stack, stack, jog. So the kids could read it. I helped the kid learn a word today. Stack, stack, jog, special effects. See, look at that. That looks better. Stack, stack, jog. Fold, crease. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. See, now I think I should do that for all of them. See, how's it look? Yeah. I'm gonna do it for all of it. Should I? Yeah. Might as well, man. See all of these? I thought I was done. And that's that line from that Scarface movie. I thought I was done, and then they did something. You're never done. You're done when I say you're done. Baltazar. See? No one's ever done. No one's ever finished. The work is never done. You're just done for the day. It begins tomorrow. Tomorrow begins anew. There's more to be done tomorrow. Always, always, always. Always something to do. When you run out of stuff to do, that's when the boredom sets. But you don't want that. You don't want to set the boredom. Okay. Fold, crease. Folds and creases. Reminds me of babies. Babies have folds and creases. It's true. It's not what it means, Baltazar. You're getting weird again. You know, man. Weird stuff happens. It says things. Cartoonist draws things, says things, does things. All right, see, that looks better. Fold, crease, chunk. I'm going to save this. This is being saved. Now I'm going to save it in my JPEG style so I could email it and see it in my folder here. It's all true, man. It's all true. Everything I'm telling you guys is true. There's no other way around it. I'm going to see what you guys are saying. You guys are saying things. Brian Lynch says, Lois is always worried because Superman is always breaking her crayons. Except one. She asked him why, and he said, I like pink very much, Lois. That's true. He doesn't break the pink crayon. He keeps one in his pocket. He has a pocket in that S on his cape. That's what it always was in the old golden age. He had a pouch in his cape. He used to put his Clark Kent outfit back there. I like pink very much. Imagine Salma Hayek as Lois Lane. Superman would never leave. Superman destroying a city. Yeah, I know. I'll get it later. He just wants to binge watch Netflix with Lois. Cooper says, "Oh yeah, flower curtain shopping spinoff we need. Yeah, we could who's the one manufacturing the curtain, the flower curtains? I want to know about that person who sells the curtains to all the characters in the Oh Yeah universe. Every character I've ever drew has the flower curtains in their home. Darkseid needs some periwinkle kryptonite. Who would he love? Granny Goodness? I don't know. It works on Kryptonians. Periwinkle makes you temporarily fabulous, but only for 5 seconds. 5 seconds of fabulousness. And hopefully it might work on Darkseid. You never know. He's kind of alien. It might work on all aliens. We don't know. We have to try it out. Jenny Wakeman's here. Hello, Jenny. Hello, good to see you. Hello, caller. Hello. Can I speak to your manager? That's what Andrew Clark's saying. He's pulling a Karen. Is that what they call it now? You're a Karen? Or do they call it I don't know, the male version of the Karen? The Brian, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's Brian. Maybe it's Jacob. Maybe it's an Arthur. He pulled an Arthur. No, I don't know. But it's funny. I'll speak to your manager. Sir, my name is XJ9, but I prefer to call Jenny, and I am a superhero robot. All right, good to see you, XJ9. Or is it XJ9? 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 It's XJ9. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. I am glad that you are here today. Where's Gilbert? Jim, the boss has spoken. Gilbert is on its way, man. Gilbert is in production. It's being finalized by the famous cartoonist. I will be having a lot to show. I have to clean up Gilbert and I have to clean up Drew and Jot so I can move on to other things. But it's coming, man. It's coming. D. Brad says, I'm late, but I'm here. You're never too late, D. Brad. I'm always doing things. I'm always here drawing things, making things, changing the world for the better, for the good of all men, all women, all people, mankind, or womankind. So you got to be careful now. It's weird. Can't say mankind. I'm just going to say kind. You got to be good for all kind. Humankind. I'm good. I'm here for you. Anyone, even robots. XJ9 is here. I'm here for XJ9. I'm here for Jim Salicrup. The vampire is alive and well, my friend Jim Salicrup. And I've been doing Gilbert pages. They're being uploaded every day. I upload some. I gotta get it, man. Gotta get. Gotta get. It's happening, man. It's happening. 2:43 right now. Current time and weather, 2:43, 71 degrees outside. We're going to make more. Because I have these 2 books that are pressing on me. I need to get them out, man. I need to finish them this week. This week is the goal. I don't know if I'll get there, but I'm going to try. So I figure this is page 178. There's 20 pages left of this. There's about 40 pages left of Gilbert, maybe. Yeah, about 40 pages I got to finish. So divide that by the hours. Say you do a page an hour. Gilbert takes 40 hours. It's 8-hour day shift. I could take 40 hours. Depending on what the 40 hours instills and takes, becomes whole. So mostly the hours are good now until 3:30, and then they continue again around 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So I have actually only about a half hour left. I got to go do things. I'm doing the math in my head. See, this is another thing famous cartoonists go through. Go through this to try to time manage. And it's hard to time manage. People say, oh, just wake up in the morning from 8 o'clock in the morning to noon, do this. I said, yeah, but what do I do with all of those nighttime hours from 8 o'clock to midnight? That's where I get the most done. And then from midnight to 4 a.m. is when I do the next batch. And then I set my alarm for 9, 10, 11. We'll see what happens with that. That's where I am at, man. That's where I'm at. Where I am. Is that proper to say where I'm at? That's where I am. Where I exist. That's my world. It's true. It's all true, man. I feel the need to finish things. People are always waiting for stuff. Where's my stuffed Balthazar? That's when I'm going to make a t-shirt that says that. It's happening. It's happening, man. It's happening right before your eyes. You're seeing history. You're seeing the history unfold right now. I got to get these pages done, man. Dude, pages. Things are happening. See, when I stop talking, that's when people lash out at me that these hosts channels where they say, "Hey, man, you're breaking copyright law." I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not. We own this stuff. We own it. But nobody believes me. Nobody ever believes the famous cartoonist. Sometimes they do. Most times they're like, nah, he's lying again. I'm not lying, man. I'm doing what I got to do. Doing it for you. Doing it for me. Doing it for the world. The universe will be safe once again. Thanks to you, famous cartoonist. It's true. That's what happens, man. This is it. This is the life. The life of the cartoonist is clicking. Clicking colors. Clicking lines, drawing lines, clicking them, altering them so they could work for me. They work for my advantage to tell the story that I wish to tell. And it's hard to make books lately. Books are no longer 20 pages. It's like comic books. When I did a monthly book, the books are always like 20-page stories, maybe 22 at the most. When I do Powers in Action, those are 32-page comics. I have the whole book. I'm going to be doing more of those too, but I have to finish this stuff so I could get to that. I'm trying to lock and load, baby. That's what they say. I never said that ever in my life. Lock and load, baby. I'm never going to say that again. But I have to do that. I have to settle down. Hunker? I have to hunker. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm hunkering. A lot of people don't know how to hunker. They think they do, but they don't. They're doing it wrong. Hunkering. I'm not sure you're hunkering the right way, Baltazar. I forgot to draw that line right there. That's a very valuable line. Kids drawing comics. That's what's happening here. Maybe I'll do another stream later where I'm coloring Gilbert books. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll just stream all day today. Should I do that? Would you guys watch an all-day stream? Well, I have to take a break. I have to stop soon. About another 20 minutes or so. But what if I do an all-day stream and come back and just draw stuff? Just color stuff all day. Would you guys watch an all-day 6-hour, 8-hour Baltazar famous cartoonist drawing stream? I think you should go back to bed, Baltazar. Maybe that's it. Maybe. I'm going to go live all day. That's what's going to happen. Show the world. So you see this guy? He's working all freaking day. That's a freaking day. They're going to say he's working all F-word day. That's me swearing F-word. He's using all the words. Every word. E, the E word. The every word. That's bad. You can't say that, Baltazar. You know, people, man, they get crazy. People get nuts. They go crazy and they get crazy. Can you get crazy and go crazy? Because get crazy implies that you ordered something. That you ordered it in the mail and it just arrived and you're like, I just got crazy. I just got crazy in the mail. Or if you go crazy, it means you get in your car and you start it up. It's different. I like to imply that I'm getting crazy in the mail. It's better. It's good to receive things in the mail because it's like a Christmas gift. It's like Santa, but he's dressed in brown or red, white, and blue. You never know. It depends on who your courier is. Why do I say courier? Wouldn't it be a carrier? Courier. That's hard to say. Words, man, words. They mean things. You could change the world with words. You could destroy someone's day with words. You can make someone's day happy with words. You could say things with words. You could write something on Twitter and it could ruin your life if you choose to. Words. That's all it is words. You can make someone laugh. You could use words and have a career as a stand-up comedian. And all you have to do is talk. You have to calculate what you're going to say. But it is possible just to get a microphone and say things. Just use words. Use words to communicate. You can say things on Famous Cartoonist Says Things with words. People are like, I don't like your words, man. Then you change. Well, wait for the ones you like. There'll be more words, and you'll like those words. People get mad when they hear the wrong words. I didn't like those words. So just wait. New words will be coming. Some words will repeat, and they'll be in a different order than you're used to. And some words will be in the same order. Like, oh yeah, man. Like I say that every day. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things. All of those words are in the same order every time. I want to add some to that. I could say, thank you for watching Famous Cartoonist Says Things. See? Same words. I added more on the front end of that. Here's some other words. Shut up and draw, Baltazar. Yeah. Where's my stuff, Baltazar? And you can see the consistent word is Baltazar. It's not offensive unless you use it in a derogatory term. Who do you think you are, Baltazar or something? You know, it's aligned with hatred, anger, or joy. Wow, you really did a Baltazar on that. You know, words. They're only words. Words are all I have to take your heart away. Stop singing, man. People are crazy. You guys are crazy. You guys and girls, the masses, they're here. They're here in droves. People say that too, droves. What does that mean? We're here in droves. It sounds like a wave. That's what I'm thinking it is. It's like a wave. Not like a wave with your hand, but like the ocean. Like a motion. A wave of motion. Not emotion. A wave of motion. Motion and emotion. How about an emotional motion? You could have an emotional motion and a wave of waves. You could have a wave of waves. Stop talking, Baltazar. I know. I'm using words to communicate right now. Words. Not offense. They're very nice words. Emotion. Waves. I don't know what he's doing. He's losing his mind. Sometimes you could do that too. You could give people things you could lose your mind. All it takes to recover from losing your mind, you just rest. Take a rest. Have some tea. Tea is a soother, I think, right? It's good for the throat. Tea and lemon. I like coffee myself. I brewed a pot today right before the show. I still have some here. Sweet. That was good. I'm going to do another stream today. I almost have to end this pretty soon. So you will not see the completed page of this today on this show right now. I'm going to do my best. I got another few minutes before I have to get into action, get into character. There's always things to be done. What's happening here? Look at, I did something here that was not anticipated. This was probably one of those late night vampire moments. When Selma was here, I said, just keep drawing. I know you're yawning. Just keep going. And look right there. I'm going to leave that. That's kind of cool looking. The line is messing up the curtain. I'm going to leave that. That's probably what happened there. What happened there, man? It's true. It all happened. It happens there every day. A lot of stuff, man. It's like juggling. Juggling oranges, apples. I got one watermelon in the mix and one bowling ball. Oh, yeah? Try juggling this, man. That's what's happening right now. So we like your show, but you talk too much. Why don't you just do a talking show? You know. But it seems like when I do the live shows like this while I'm working, I get my work done without taking a break. You know, because I normally I know I would have if I wasn't live streaming, live showing, I would have finished a page and then took a break, got a refill, and then came back and did that. That's probably what I would have done. But instead, I persevered. I moved on with the next round of changing lines and colors. Drew and Jot number 2, book 2. I think it's available in March. I think it's coming in March. Smarch. It's coming in Smarch. And I have to finish this, man. And Gilbert comes out, I think, in October. I'm trying to finish that. I want to finish it this week. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna do what I can. I might go zombie style. That's even beyond vampire style. Zombie style is not as easy to do. Because vampire might be better. The zombie style means your lack of sleep. You lay down for sleep, but then you only allow yourself about 4 hours of sleep. But then zombie style destroys you because after you're done with your project, you sleep for 2 days. And I can't afford to do that. So vampire it is. Just got to go with it. Vampire is force yourself to stay awake. Even though you're tired, you still brew some coffee or whatever it is for you to stay awake. And then when you sleep, you just sleep until you wake up. You sleep enough. But that adjusts your hours and you easily become a day to night shifter. Then I become night shift. But there's a few days a week where I have to be places at certain times. So I can't allow myself to be too fully absorbed the vampire. I can't do the vampire all the time. I like to. Even my wife says, just embrace it. Embrace the vampire, man. Just let it happen. Don't try to fight it. That's what she says. Don't try to fight it. Just absorb the vampire. The best thing is, like, I have all of the dinner menu for places on my phone. So I could call them at any moment and said, hey, man, send some of that food over. I need to feed the masses in my house. People are hungry over here. Or I could cook. But normally I don't. I cook, but not all the time. It's easier sometimes just to order food. But no one's ever home anymore. People are doing things now all the time. The masses are doing things. The collective. Maybe the kids in the house, maybe my family is the collective. Or are they still the masses? You guys are the masses. The masses are out there. I hope you're watching the All Yeah show. We do an All Yeah live, All Yeah Comics live from the comic shop. That was real fun. We could have went longer yesterday. I just didn't know if we were going to. But before we knew it, 40 minutes went by and it felt pretty cool. Felt pretty good. Okay. I looked at the time and I gotta wrap it up. Okay, this is what I'm gonna complete later. But I have to go out and do things. I have to prepare myself now. We're gonna put this guy's face on there. Yay! He's real happy. He's a good man, this guy. And I'm going to read some comments. I'm going to do it. I'm going to read comics. Can't stop me. Janine says, what is your favorite superhero team? I like the X-Men. I always grew up with the X-Men. The Claremont Byrne X-Men, the X-Men from the late 80s, early 90s. Until they got Rogue. And then after that, I like that era. Rogue was the extra member that I didn't mind when they got Rogue. It was cool. But I like Justice League too. Super Friends, Aquaman, Flash, Superman, Batman, that team, Wonder Woman, Wonder Twins. It's good stuff. She's also, my favorite superhero team is Watchmen. Rorschach is my favorite character. Oh, cool. Yeah, Rorschach is cool. Rorschach is awesome. Said, Channel Sicart, hanker for a hunk of cheese. Yahoo! That's right. When your feet gotta hold down, there's something slow down. Yeah. Wayne says, according to Prince, let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. Maybe he's hungry. He has the munchies. Let's go crazy. Let's get some peanuts. Let's get some nuts, man. Jenny says, Balthazar, do you think my profile pic is cute? I do. I had a robot character that I was working on at the time when the robot character that I see showed up on Cartoon Network, and I had to stop what I was doing. Like, oh, they're going to think I copied. But I forgot what my name of my robot was. But she was just like that. She had ponytails, but she was pink and blue eyes. But I stopped. Said, did I miss the opening song? I don't know if I sang. I think I forgot to sing today in the morning in the opening. I might have sang a few times during. XJ9 says, just call me Jenny. Also, you're a nice guy. Thanks, Jenny. XJ9, XJ Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. You're awesome too. I'm glad you're here to share this day with us. I want to get nuts. Let's get nuts. Hey, Brucey, another rooster in a hen house, I see. See, Wayne says, I'll be sending you email shortly with my shipping details. Yeah, man, I have a pile of stuff for you. I have a lot of things that belong to you that are in my home that I'm going to send you some things. Yeah, that would be good, sir. I'm already there. You are there. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. I want to thank everyone for watching me here today and joining me in this experience, this live drawing show. This was really cool. I'll probably do this again later. After things come down here, maybe I'll do another live show and take a swig for the working man and moisten the larynx, the esophagus. Jenny says, you're welcome. You're awesome, Jenny. And I would do this, and we will celebrate the evening together of drawing experience. And I will color some, finish this page, probably color some Gilbert pages. I got a page quota that I want to finish every day. So I can finish, man. I want to finish. I like to finish before the month is over for both of these books. It says on my computer 5/19/2021. So I want to get this done before it says 5/30/2021. That's the goal. Until next time, remember those things. No fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other and do the things that make you happy. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.